The most twisted family rule I've ever heard of defined my life. Only the youngest child was allowed to speak. When I was 7 and my little brother was born, I asked, is it a boy or a girl? My mother instantly covered my mouth. Those were the last words I spoke for 11 years. This rule came from the extreme religious community where both parents were raised, intended to prevent older siblings from corrupting the youngest. I had 3 older siblings, none of whom I'd ever heard speak. My sister, 2 years my senior, had been silent almost her whole life. My mother still had her voice because she was the youngest in her family, but my father had been silenced at 5 when his little sister was born. Mom adored the rule and constantly mocked Dad for his silence, saying things like, it's so peaceful without your stupid opinions. He communicated through gestures that she usually ignored. Our house was eerily quiet, just Mom's voice, and for my first 7 years, mine. But when my brother, Ian, was born, Mom said, you've had 7 years to say everything you needed to say, and now it's his turn to be the special one. She threatened to send me away to strangers if I ever made a sound again, even crying or laughing. She put tape over my mouth for the first week to help me remember. Overnight, I became invisible. Ian was treated like a precious prince. I realized this was the hell my older siblings had lived in. Mom homeschooled us to keep the tradition secret, but Ian got real lessons where he could ask questions. I just read silently with my older siblings. Mom terrified me with fake charts proving that Ian got stupider every time I made sound. I became obsessed with perfect silence, afraid even my breathing would hurt him. Ian, meanwhile, became a monster. He'd deliberately break things and blame us, knowing we couldn't defend ourselves. He'd whisper cruel things like, you're so ugly and worthless and you can't even tell anyone, while Mom praised him for being patient with his disabled siblings. Watching my father suffer became excruciating. One evening, I watched him try to gesture something important to Mom, only for her to wave him away dismissively while my brother laughed. Something inside me snapped. I stood up and said the first words I'd spoken in 11 years. Listen to him. The effect was terrifying. Ian screamed, clutching his head, I'm getting stupid. Mom turned on me with pure rage, yelling, you're killing him. She locked me in the silence room, a soundproof basement chamber. The whole extended family mobilized to restore order. They produced fake medical records and threatened to have me declared legally incompetent. My oldest brother, silent for 23 years, whispered, just be quiet and it all goes away. But then my father ended it all. He came down to the basement one night while my mother was beating the sound out of me and shouted, enough. His voice was rusty, but shattered Mom's control completely. He revealed that he'd been secretly recording everything for years as insurance against their ritual abuse. Mom had a complete breakdown. Dad's evidence was overwhelming, and 2 of my siblings and I escaped together. The damage was deep. One sister chose to remain silent. She was too psychologically broken to speak again and is now in a nursing home. I'm 21 and independent, but my voice still cracks and fails me during important conversations because 11 years of forced silence left permanent damage to my vocal cords and confidence. Sometimes I wake up convinced I've lost my voice again. Last I heard, my dad had retreated back into silence and under my mother's rule.